What is up, guys? We are live. Zach Ginn here, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a seven-figure wholesaling operation. I'm going to show you step by step today how you are going to make $100,000 per month through my systems guide. The one thing I need to tell you right now, this systems guide is the same exact stuff. If you go to a $5,000 two-day seminar, out there in like Central Georgia or something like that, from a big guru, and you go out there in their hotel room for $5,000 for 2 days and you learn the seminar and they give you the secret systems. Guys, I'm going to show you exactly what it is, and I'm going to reveal the guru's secrets. And this is a really exciting one because I'm exposing the gurus today, and I absolutely love doing it. So that's what we're doing. $100,000 per month systems guide. That's what I'm doing today. This is pretty exciting. And I'm going to put a lot of these gurus, they're going to be mad because this is $5,000. This is a $5,000 little seminar course, boot camp, more or less. If you come here, this is what it's going to be. So I'm pretty excited, guys. We got the new studio behind me, which is really cool. But remember, guys, smash that like button and subscribe. Also, comment something. It does help the YouTube algorithm, so I can put these gurus out of business. So we start doing these little $5,000 coaching. People literally pay $5,000 for 8 hours of instruction for this stuff. It's literally insane. But let me give you the stuff. I hate how some of these gurus do it. But yeah, this is not going to be the rough stuff. So I'm giving you $5,000 of free content. So bear with me here with the type of stuff that I'm giving here. But this is it, guys. So let me show you really quick. Like, this is it. So we're right here. So when it comes to creating a system for wholesaling real estate, this is what we have. So usually it's you. That's what we got here. So let me get my little pen here. It's you, right? That is let's say $100,000 per year. It's going to be you. That's what it is, all right? So for let's write about here 100K. 100K a year. All you got to do for wholesaling real estate is you. That is it. That is literally how you're going to make 100K this year. You're going to do all the marketing. You're going to do all the dispositions. You're going to do all the acquisitions. You're going to do basically everything. That's how you make $100,000 per year in real estate wholesaling. You might be cold calling. You might be driving for dollars. You might be doing the dispositions. You have no systems in place. The most you can make really is $100,000 per year before you go insane. That's it. That is literally how you make $100,000 per year in real estate wholesaling. The only employee, the only systems you got is you. So let's erase this really quick and let's start. Actually, let's do this. So let's say we want to start making 100K per year. What do we do here? So let's make this a little bigger. So let's say now we're ready to make 100K per year. Per month. And yes, my handwriting is bad. I do not have the pen thingy. I don't do the big guru thing. But let's say right now we want to start making 100K a month. So you is still here. But let me show you a couple things that might blow your mind here. So now we're going to get fancy here, guys. Okay, so this is when we start creating actual systems for us to actually make money. So I'm a very visual learner, so it helps me out a lot here. So this is the systems that we have. So we're going to have, I call it really three. That's what I do here. I'm super visual, so that's why I'm creating it here. So if you want to start creating a 100K a month wholesaling system, we're really going to have three more or less distinct things that we can do. So this is really going off of every seven-figure wholesaling operation that I can find. This is the stuff that they show you behind the closed doors of a $5,000 mastermind thing, but this is what it is. So in this little box right here, see if I can get my draw pen right here. We're going to have marketing. And bear with me here. I'm very bad at handwriting. It's going to be marketing. Okay. That's pillar number one. Pillar number two here. So number two here is going to be acquisitions. Get my pen here. All right. And then three here is going to be dispo. So that's dispositions. That's selling the property. All right. So these are the pillars of creating a 7-figure wholesaling operation. This is the stuff that literally like $5,000 you're going to give. So I'm getting a lot of trouble with gurus right now, but this is it. So this is the pillar here. This is what we're going to break down today. This is the stuff that these gurus aren't going to tell you. So 100K a month. We're not doing you anymore. It's going to be us. It's a team to create a system of operations where you don't have to be in this real estate wholesaling business anymore. That is the point of this stuff. Guys, in my personal wholesaling real estate operation right now, I am making 100K plus a month in profit in our wholesaling operation. Again, me and Rick and our whole team. So how am I able to do this while doing live streams and showing you guys how to do wholesaling real estate and all this stuff? The cool part about creating a system like this is I work a lot less than probably you do in your real estate wholesaling operation. I'm literally working 5-6 hours a week at most. Like that's literally the most I'm doing for my wholesaling operation because the team is doing all the work. They're doing the heavy lifting. And I'm able to go behind here on YouTube and show you guys how to do this stuff for free because my passion is number one, wholesaling. But number two is to help you guys learn the wholesaling because I created this YouTube channel, not for you, but for me. I wanted to make this YouTube channel for myself. I want to act like, okay, I'm going to make content for me when I started out at 17. I want to create content that actually would help me out and just skyrocket my trajectory. And I wanted, again, it built into the system where I'm like, I'm sick of people selling coaching. Wholesaling should be free. This information I'm giving you should be free. People spend thousands and thousands of dollars for this info. And luckily, I started learning these systems for myself. And people started showing me $5,000 boot camp, the information they got from them. And I was like, wow, like they're just $5,000 for this stuff. You don't need it. So I'm sharing the stuff right now. But what I wanted to tell you is I can live the life where I'm working 5-6 hours a week in my wholesaling operation, making insane amounts of money because I have these systems in place. And most gurus will go behind a $5,000 paywall so you can't create the system. So that's what I'm doing today. So let's get back in the visual aid. That's what I like doing. So I'm very visual. That's how I learn. And that's how I'm really going to break the stuff down today. So let's get back on here. So this is the pillar of the operations here. So marketing, acquisitions, and dispositions. So can I slide down here? I think I can slide down. All right, cool. So I'm going to take my time here because I'm treating this like a course. So let's see if this thing's working, right? Yeah, good. Okay, so now we got a lot of stuff we can play here. And if you guys watch some of my other videos where I got in trouble because I exposed a lot of I exposed a lot of the good stuff. So let's get back here. And so next here for marketing, let's talk about marketing right now. So marketing, we're going to have one VA, or we can have someone, but they're going to have to just manage. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. But so we're going to have someone that's going to be the marketing manager. They're going to manage all of the marketing. So this is just, how would I color this? So these are just pillars. These aren't employees right here. These are just pillars. So these are departments, okay? I haven't even started with the employees yet, okay? So we're going to have a manager who's going to manage everything when it comes to marketing. This person can be a VA. I know some people that actually have them actual like United States citizens, like USA people. And they're cheaply paid. They're not paid the most amount, like crazy, but they do really well. So this is who we have. We have a VA or someone in the United States who's paid very cheaply, $10 an hour, something like that, or a lot less when it comes to VAs to actually manage the data. So that is the person we want. We want a marketing manager. And this marketing manager, they have a lot of tasks. And we're going to talk about it. We'll talk about so many things when it comes to this stuff. But overall, when it comes to this, that is who we're going to have. So what I'm going to do is show you what the actual employees of a 7-figure wholesaling operation looks like. And then we're going to do a deep dive on each one of them. So that's kind of my plan today. So we're going to have a VA marketing manager. And then from there, we're going to have VAs. virtual assistants. And their specific duty is to be pulling lists for us. That is all they need to do. And that's all they're going to do is they're going to pull marketing everything for me. They're going to pull my probates. They're going to pull my code violations. They're going to pull the actual fire damage properties if I can have them actually get sent that from the fire department. They're going to do everything for us. They're going to pull all the data, all the important stuff. Really, their job is to pull the niche information. They're going to cross-reference information. They're going to go to the clerk of the court, pull the divorce list straight from the source. They're going to do everything for us, pull the credit card debt list. They're doing a lot of the hard stuff that, frankly, I don't want to do. And you might be asking yourself really quick, Zach, who's managing all this? Again, it's the VA marketing manager. They're the ones who are going to make sure that all the KPIs are being done. Do you pull everything this week? Do you do this week? Do you do X, Y, and Z? These are the people that are actually going to do a lot of the work for us when it comes to actually getting these deals done and getting the actual management done on it. So that is what the process looks like when it comes to the actual marketing. Now, for acquisitions, I get a lot of flack for this. I'm not the fanciest person when it comes to acquisitions managers. So literally, when it comes to acquisitions managers, we run a pretty lean operation, especially for 100K a month plus. So literally, I'm just going to put AM here. We got an acquisitions manager or acquisitions managers. So literally, I'm going to put a little plural here. Most people got to do it plural. Some people only need one. It depends on what you're doing. So we're kind of split. So we have one, and then we have a virtual one. So put VAM. So depending on how your operation, once again, this isn't like cookie cutter. For my operation, it's a little different, but it's just my operation for wholesaling. Like for me, my system, it's done differently than how you would be doing it because I run in an extremely crazy market where our average deal is $40,000 to $50,000, which is going to be different than if you're running it, let's say in the Midwest, and your average deal is, let's say, $100,000 per. Is $10,000 per deal. It's going to be a little differently how you're going to be doing it done. So we can have less acquisitions managers, but we need more people pulling marketing. It depends. I would say for a 100K a month system, if a guru is going to do a $5,000 seminar, I recommend you have one acquisitions manager that does your physical stuff, and then you're going to have people that maybe a VA that's going to do virtual acquisitions managing. So this person could be literally a dedicated lead manager, or they can actually be a virtual person in the United States doing all your virtual wholesaling deals. For example, for our stuff, we have one acquisition manager who does all the physical markets for the we're at 7 counties now in Florida. Wow. 7 counties we're doing here in Florida. And then for the virtual stuff, we can have a VA do lead management, or we have the acquisitions manager do stuff. We do North Carolina, Tennessee, Michigan, those crazy virtual wholesaling markets. So that is what that system will look like on the acquisition side. Again, I'm showing you exactly how we pay these people, all that fun stuff. Don't even worry. So on Dispo, this is where it gets interesting. So I know people that do Dispo 2 ways. So if you're doing virtual wholesaling and you want to make, $1 million per year, you're definitely going to have to delegate this, because if you want to be at the point where you don't have to work that hard for you and your family. So you don't want to be the person doing all this work, working 90, 100 hours a week. So my personal recommendation here is when it comes to Dispo, you have one agent. I recommend they're a real estate agent. So for us, we have the agent because we do a lot of wholesaling too, which means we'll buy our properties and actually sell them for a profit. So some of those deals that, will make 50K in a wholesale, I'll actually just have one of our Dispo agents list the property, and we actually part owners of a real estate brokerage. Rick owns the full thing, but the cool part about that is we can turn these $50,000 like wholesale deals into $70,000, $80,000. I showed a vlog. I showed the HUDs guys. I had $100,000 on one wholesale deal I did. So yes, I'm not going to give that up as a wholesale deal, and it was absolutely amazing. So I have one agent. I'm telling you, with the amount of volume we do, we only need one agent. Like you see the top real estate agents in your market, they can easily do 15, 16 listings a month, and they got the whole systems in place. So I really think you only need one agent, really, and you should be paying them decently amount. But that's how that type of system is being done when it comes to 100K a month. Now we're in the interesting stuff. So how are we actually paying these people? That's the fun stuff. So let's get green here for money. And let me show you exactly how much we're paying these VAs and really our acquisitions people. So there's multiple ones we can do. So I like a salary. So you guys heard it before. We'll pay our VA marketing manager $200 a month plus something like $50 a deal. Okay. That is the payment. Okay. Bad handwriting. You guys get it. For our VA marketing manager or our marketing manager, not a lot of money. Like $200 a week is insanely low. That's like $10K a year. That's for a VA. You can push it to $30K a year if you want a United States person on there, but that's mostly what it is. And then the VAs will probably be $5 an hour, and they'll get like $25 a deal. And this is rough stuff, but that's really what the money's looking on there. Acquisitions managers, they're going to be 10 to 15%. There's just no way around that. At 10 to 15%, that's who you need. I don't go any lower. I don't like to go any higher when it comes to this. And that's for physical and virtual. The reason why it's so high is because an acquisitions manager in wholesaling real estate does most of the grunt work. You got to keep them up. The most expensive part of an acquisitions manager is not even that 10 to 15%. The most expensive part about having an acquisitions manager is the turnover and the training, the time you have to spend actually training these people. Now, the one thing I did not mention, which I think is pretty important to know, is to encompass this, let's do a purple for all of these systems right here. See if this works. For all of these systems, you, specifically you here, you're going to be the one training everyone. And so that's why I think delegation is key. It's important that you are actually the person who is training this. So you're going to train your VA marketing manager. You're going to specifically be training your acquisitions managers and your dispo agent. So you're the one training it. There's no bottleneck here. So if one person gets out of this, you're going to have to hire someone else in that business, or maybe you have to fill in that role. So it's really super, super duper important that you pay these people enough so you don't have a lot of turnover, so you don't have to be able to do a lot of the work. Now, the reason why I'm working 5 to 6 hours a week is I pay my people well. We net a lot of great money. Again, I'm saying $100K a month net. So we're obviously doing more than that. But the important part of it is not to have a lot of turnover in your company, because then you're wasting time. And to actually train these people is a lot of work. Some tips I can give you when it comes to actually training these people is, I think training acquisitions managers needs physical training. I think, doing Zooms, talking over the phone all the time. This is why I pay these people the most. When it comes to a VA marketing manager, I don't even deal with VAs here. So when it comes to actually training these type of VAs, they're strictly video. Like, they are strictly video. So I have little modules. I do a lot of YouTube videos, so I'm pretty good at making like visual videos like this. When it comes to the agent, I would say it's about 50-50 in the beginning. So it's about 50-50 where it'll be video and in person. So that's what we do there for the dispo agent. About 50-50 in person, and then 50-50 actual video type stuff where I show deal examples, things like that. Obviously, for acquisitions managers, I have a ton of videos for that are personal. I don't even have on this YouTube channel. Specifically for my personal wholesaling market and virtual stuff, I'll actually do real deal examples. I'll do all this stuff. And it took me a lot of work to get the system going. And hear me out. I know you might be looking at this, it looks all fancy. There's a nice camera. There's a cool studio behind me. These videos I created like 2 years ago. It was before I really had this YouTube channel, and I really started getting any like traction with my actual video content. Record a lot of stuff on my phone. And so like, you don't need to be fancy when it comes to this stuff. So that's one thing I would keep in mind for you guys. You don't need to be fancy with this stuff at all. That's the one thing I can tell you when it comes to this. So 50-50 on that one. So we'll pay 10 to 15% of that for the virtual acquisitions manager and the acquisitions managers when it comes to that. And then dispo, it's really rough. So it depends on the volume you're doing, but 5 to 8% is the most you can do. And remember, the job of Dispo is to be finding cash buyers and to sell your deals. That's what they're doing. They're building the relationships. They're doing all this stuff. But that's roughly where we're at. I mean, I've seen people do up to 10%, a little high for me, but that's what we're doing. I think Dispos is the easiest one to replace. And then obviously our VA marketing manager is the one we directly deal with, and they're doing a lot of the VAs for the management side on that. So this is the one part of it. I can tell you right now, it's a little crazy, but that's what the actual system looks like. It's kind of nutty, but that's what it looks like here. So let's talk about a little bit when it comes to the actual how to find these people. Actually, how do I find people or the right employees for the operation here? So number one here, let's talk about this one. This is going to be a little rougher. So let's do yellow. So I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to just draw all over this. Don't mind me here. And we're going to make this one a little thicker here. And we should be good there. So let's talk about marketing really quick. So marketing. So how do I find my employees from marketing? So for a VA manager or marketing manager, I recommend you actually use Upwork or use like onlinejobs.ph or Indeed if you want to find some in the United States. I prefer onlinejobs.ph for VAs. That's who I kind of prefer. And then for the VA, this person's got to be a little more high quality and they're getting paid more. So I think Upwork's a little better for there. And then obviously, who do we have for VAs? So when it comes to the actual VAs here, we're going to have, let's make this one blue and let's pan this one down. So when it comes to these VAs are going to be people who are going to do my SMS marketing. They are actually going to be doing my SMS with me. So they're actually going to be the ones sending out the SMS text blasts, and they're going to be reading it and actually qualifying the seller and putting it into the Podio. Okay? This is a very important thing right here. This is called the Podio. This is where the money's made. This is my CRM. Let's pan this one down. See if you guys can see it. All right. Next here, we are going to have a VA. Do the cold calling. All right. Looks terrible. But you guys get the point. I'm not the best. So they're going to be cold calling. And when they find a seller who is qualified, they're going to put that in the Podio. Next here, we're going to have a VA do list pulling. They're going to be just pulling specialty niche lists for us. Okay. They're going to be pulling lists. And that list is going to go to the database. And then obviously we'll have our VA marketing manager. What he or she's going to do is they're going to go and organize the list for the SMS, the cold calling, and our direct mail. And not a lot of people do direct mail, so we're not going to talk about too much on this one, but they'll do the direct mail too. So let me put direct mail on here too. I don't have VAs don't really touch that. The marketing manager would be touching that one, but that is direct mail. And that one doesn't go to the Podio. I'll explain. So direct mail is important here. So here's how the flow goes. So the VA is doing all this stuff except for the direct mail. So, and then we have the manager doing the lists. Okay. So now that we have the Podio, so this is our Podio. This is nice and fancy, right? This is my actual CRM of choice. It is where I store all of my leads. That's how we actually get this information. So we're actually getting some really good questions. I can't wait to answer them. So guys, this is live too. So if you do have your questions, let me know. I will answer them live. So let's change acquisitions manager. Let's make them, we'll make them pink or something. So our acquisitions manager, this is their job now. They have multiple jobs here. So 1 or 2 acquisitions managers. So let's just strictly just do one acquisitions manager and see what we can do with this. So when it comes to our acquisitions manager, what they're going to be doing is they're going to be living in my Podio. If that makes sense. So they are going to extract the info from Podio and they're going to do one thing, and I'm going to show you. So our acquisitions manager, I just wrote over it, but all of the SMS leads. So let's say we text someone who's a really good lead, and let's say they're looking to sell their property. We text them and we say, "Are you interested in selling your property?" They say yes, and they give us great information. So we're going to put that in the Podio. That lead goes into it, and then our acquisitions manager will call them, and then from there, what their job is to do is get a contract signed. Strictly, there's so much, like they do the closing, they do all that fun stuff, but really the most important part is they get a contract signed. I spell contract right? I hope so. But we're literally, this is the flow: SMS, Podio, acquisition manager, contract, signed. Let's put signed here. Signed contract. That's what we want. Okay. From there, let's say we have a cold calling lead. We have our VA cold call. They say they're interested in the property. They give us good motivations. We put in the Podio. If it's qualified and that Podio is in there as a hot lead, acquisition manager goes there, goes to the house, or let's say our virtual guy, let's say this is in Tennessee, they'll get a signed contract, either .loop or DocuSign. And then that's what we do. So that's how a lot of these systems are looking right now. So now we have direct mail. So we do a lot of direct mail. Not a lot of people do direct mail, but this is what our system looks like. So we have direct mail, basically that list from our VA marketing manager. They got the list, they organized the list, and they put in direct mail, and we sent the direct mail out. That direct mail call goes straight to our acquisitions manager, who will answer the call, put in Podio, and then get a signed contract. That's what the direct mail looks like. So you guys hear, that's kind of what my operation looks like when it comes to that. And then from there, once we get a signed contract, our transaction coordinator is basically our dispo agent too. So they do basically everything. So I don't have to pay. That's why we pay our dispo person pretty handsomely. We're going to make this one brown. I don't know why brown, but signed contract. What we're going to do is our acquisitions manager here, or a virtual one, what they're going to do is basically talk good about our dispo agent. And what they're going to do is they're going to say, "Hey, Mr. Seller with the signed contract, our actual not our disposition agent, our actual agent here is going to help you with the closing. Treat him like a transaction coordinator." And our dispo agent now is the person in charge of getting this deal sold. And so now they're in charge of the signed contract. The signed contract is now theirs. Now we're going to go to the next one here. And now we're going to get this deal sold. Boom. Get the closing, and we're good. So let's bring it back here. Going to go to green. Let's make it red. So our dispo agent, remember, they are going to build their cash buyers list. They're going to find cash buyers for us. They're going to do plenty of marketing, mostly cold calling or texting, cash sales. So they're going to build cash buyers. That is one of their biggest parts that they're going to do. And then secondly, which is what they're going to do, is they're going to sell the deal. Okay, 2 jobs. That is what they're doing. Okay? And so what they're going to do is, once they get a signed contract, our acquisitions manager right here, what they're going to do is basically hand the deal off to Dispo. Dispo is going to be calling our seller. So when they're selling the deal, remember, they're going to be calling the seller. Okay? Once we get a signed contract here, they're going to call the seller at minimum 2 times a week to establish rapport, make sure the deal's good. Okay? Really bad spelling of week, but whatever. So what they're going to do here is they're going to be calling, make sure everything's good, and they're going to make sure everything's good. They're going to coordinate the actual walkthrough for the cash buyer to walk through the deal and get it done. So once everything's done, we get the assignment of contract, we're all good. We get the deal sold, get our check, and we repeat. Boom. Easy as that. So really quickly, let's pan out here. This is a complete mess, but just trying to show you, trying to see if this all fits in for you guys and gals. The whole process, like a conveyor belt, this whole process is the systems for $1 million a year wholesaling operation, okay? This is it right here. We have marketing. Our marketing people, we're just throwing SMS, cold calling, direct mail, radio ads, Facebook ads, whatever, into qualified leads in Podio. And then our acquisitions manager is going to take that qualified lead, get a signed contract. That signed contract is going to be sent to Dispo agent right here while they're building cash buyers, selling our deal, get the deal sold. We got our closing. We get our deal. We get a check, and boom. We make $1 million. That's it. That is literally, I make $1 million a year in wholesaling. That is the system you need, and we're good to go. Acquisitions managers, my favorite way to find those are like used car people, used car like salesperson. Really, actually, old realtors are kind of good too. People with sales experience. Dispo agents, I like to use realtors a lot because we actually do a lot of wholesaling, but that's how we find these people, and then we train them, and then we go from there. But that's it, guys. So take a quick screenshot of this if you want. Again, this is all recorded, but let's do the full pan here. Oops. I think this thing got out. Let me see here. Zoom lock. Let's see here. Yeah, I think we lost it. No big deal. This is recorded for a reason. So that's what it actually looks like. So that is the system. That's how you make $1 million per year in wholesaling real estate. It's not the most fanciest thing in the world, but that's how you make $100,000 per year in wholesaling real estate. That's the system I use. That is what $5,000 looks like if you spent that for a course and seminar. That's literally what you're going to get. You spend $5,000 for a systems boot camp for 7 figures a year. That's what it looks like. I can swear to you, people who've been in these little seminars or whatever, you can comment below. This is what it looks like. That's it. So let's answer some of these questions we got, and pretty excited about it. So here we go. Can't wait. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Here and ready to listen and learn more. That's awesome. Looking forward to today's learning. That's awesome. Just found you a couple days ago. Been through some top masterminds. Your stuff's solid, dude. I'm telling you, I give the information that is needed for this stuff. So pretty exciting, guys. Love the visual aid. Really helps explain everything clearly. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for the support here. Let's go. Let's go. Bleeping awesome. I really appreciate it. Use the text tool, LOL. I'm visual, but yeah, I probably should. Whatever. I'm not a guru, so I don't sell courses, but all right. What do you do with the properties that you can't absolutely find the right numbers for the owner? We'll go on Facebook and actually try to find them for acquisitions managers. How many times do you call a list? After you call that list many times, do you just throw it away or do something else with it? We're pretty interesting with our actual lists. So we'll cold call a list 4 or 5 times a year, and it's a big list. And then from there, we'll re-pull the list and see what's new, what's not. Remove the duplicates. Let's go. Hey, what's up? How do you get the list of fire damaged homes from the fire department? Great question here, John. Where I find the fire damaged property, like the fire damaged property list, is the fire department. Go call them, go visit them, and go ask for all the fire damaged properties in your area. That's it. Do a Freedom of Information Act list if you have to. How to get the list of credit card debt list. That is the other category on listrei.com. Again, listrei.com. That is the actual software I use to actually find the credit card debt list. What's up, Big Z? I love it. What's up, Joey? How are you? Zach is back. My good stuff, bro. Thanks. I really appreciate it. What's up, Roger? How are you? What's up? Transaction coordinator is actually the Dispo person on there. So they're getting paid pretty well. They can do both of the stuff. Josh says this is some killer information. Thanks, Josh. I really appreciate it. Do you rip competition's bandit signs off? Great question. Oh my gosh. No, that is a scarcity mindset. I do not agree with it. You're going to create a bandit sign war. I've been in plenty of those. It takes a very, very, very stubborn person to win one of those. And I have. But looking back at it, no, it's not worth the time or effort. That time you spend doing it, you could be spending driving for dollars. You do way better. Setting the stage on that transition is crucial. 100%. That's like the footing of the deal. Setting that stage there. Super, super important, guys. I thought SMS marketing is dead. Your local guru probably told you that. It's not dead. It's June 1st, and we sent, I think, 1,000 texts today. We're probably gonna do more because we'll probably stop at like 6. But I mean, we're still getting leads. We got leads from SMS today. So no, SMS texting is not dead. Your local guru who try to scare you into their trying for dollars, direct mail, cold calling course, probably told the SMS was dead, so they could, sell you a course on something that's not cold calling, maybe a Facebook ad course or a radio ad course. But SMS is not dead. No. How many virtual deals do you do a month? Are most of your deals virtual? It's under 10, dude. It's not a lot. But again, half of it's just your like subscribers DMing me deals and I'll just JV with you guys. The other half is just us doing our own thing. So another reason I have this channel is we make a ton of money from JV deals on this. So that's what I try to do. So I give free value out. People want to JV with me, I'll JV with you. And I just try to help people out. But that's what we do, guys. Like, that's why I don't have to sell. I make more money JVing with you guys than I do selling a course or being this big guru. So I don't care. I'm just here to give free value out. So this information should not be, you should not pay for it. This is free. Like learning Spanish, learning Google Translate. I mean, quick story about like the story of like polio vaccines. Like you got to give this stuff for free. I think the guy on the polio gave it for free, right? Let me look this up. I think he gave the patent for free, right? Let me. Yeah. So yeah, Jonas Salk did not patent the Podio vaccine because he thought that information should not be sold for a profit and should be given for the betterment of society. That's the same thing I think about wholesaling information. You should not be the person selling it for like your. This is stuff people need. Like it's like selling insulin at $100,000 per like bottle. Like people need this stuff to live. Like people need wholesaling to live. Why would I try to sell you insulin at an insane price? Like that is super unethical. And wholesalers that sell coaching for like I've seen $100,000 coaching programs, but for 10, 15,000 when you haven't done a single wholesaling deal, trying to give you the secrets, I give this stuff for free because it's the equal to that, in my opinion. Like this is the stuff that will change someone's life, someone's family, change the financial trajectory of someone's life with wholesaling real estate. And you want to charge and have someone not do it because of their financial circumstance. Like seriously, it shouldn't be done. Like, can you imagine if you had to pay $10,000 to learn the game of basketball? Do you think Michael Jordan or LeBron James, LeBron James wasn't a millionaire. He didn't grow up a millionaire. Dwayne Wade did not grow up a millionaire. They learned basketball and it was very cheap or free for them to actually play. In most places, you play for your high school team. It's free to do that. And from them, they were able to actually turn those skills that they got for free into millions and millions of dollars. Bad analogy. It's not exact for wholesaling, but you get the same thing for wholesaling. I want to get the information for free. Give free basketball so the best players get this information they can play for free, and when they do good, then go out there and do it. That doesn't mean if you get this information for free, it's guaranteed to make you 7 figures a year in wholesaling profits. But at least I gave you all the tools possible to go out there and succeed for you and feed your family with it. That's it, guys. Like that's what I'm trying to do here. I get super passionate and worked up over this, but this is why I'm trying to expose these gurus out here, because I'm trying to give the information that they charge thousands of dollars for free. I'll not stop on this channel. I do a video a day on this channel because I'm sick of these gurus, and I'm not going to stop ranting on it, but it drives me crazy. How do you know what market to go into? I did a video on the top 10 virtual wholesaling markets. Do virtual markets space my name or space flip with Rick, and it'll pop up on there. JP says, can I save this video? Yeah, this is on the YouTube channel for, let me count here, 1, 2, for forever. So this video is forever, guys. So I'm digitally immortal with this video, which is kind of cool. This is live too. So whatever I say, I can get in trouble for. So whatever. But yeah. Do you do $1 million a year? Our real estate operation does. Remember, I do have a partner with Rick on it, but we're clearing over that. But that's it. That's how our whole wholesaling operation is done. Thanks. I really appreciate it. So do you have a total of 4 people? No, it's a little more than that. But including me and Rick, I mean, it's a lot more than that. Wayne says, you are a giver. Thank you so much. Doing a great job, Zach. Thank you so much, RK. You're awesome. Wayne, you're awesome too. Let's see here. What do you spend in marketing a month? If you do this operation, it should be under 15 to 20K. If you're under that, I think you should do pretty well. That would be the right spending. We're a little more lean than that, and we actually net the same because we know how to spend our marketing effectively. You're probably looking at 15 to 20K if you're doing it by yourself. Upwork or onlinejobs.ph. Hit that like button. That was good game. I truly appreciate that. I'm glad it was deserving of a like button for you guys. Clarity, favorite marketing source for a 2-person team, trying for dollars, and cold calling that, and then cold calling a high equity list. How did you learn so much? I mean, honestly, I've been 12 hours a day for wholesaling, 4 years straight. I mean, you learn pretty quick. Plus, I started learning with Rick when we combined businesses. So changed a lot for me at 18 years of experience. Hey, what's up? What's up? We're the minimum amount of markets you need in order to run a lean wholesaling operations. I do land only. Just one really good one. I could say Texas, you can easily do that with land. Appreciate all the help. Oops. Appreciate all the help. No worries. No worries. How to use a real estate agent? Go find them and ask. That's what I would do. I don't sell any courses. I do lease option videos on this channel, so you can go there and find it. How can I get a hold of you? At Flip with Zach on Instagram. I heard that from me to get my deal accepted by a title company. They'll ask for a driver's license, and I haven't gotten it yet. Is there more or less true? I think you get a government ID. You don't even have to get a driver's license. So I think you get an official government ID. You should be fine. All right, guys, using pay per click. If so, are you managing the house? Or we do not do pay per click. The ROI is just not there for us. What are we saying in our text messages? We're doing it very simple. We're asking if they're the owner. We get an answer, and then we go hit them with whatever we want if they're actually interested in selling the property for cash. How do you find sellers behind the LLCs, and what can I get direct mailers from, like postcards? Yeah, so what I would say here is Florida, I can find all the owners of an LLC. It's pretty cool. If you use like a Wyoming LLC, it's almost impossible to find out. So I use batch skip tracing, and that's who I use to find it. For my postcards, yes, I use offerpostcard.com. Offerpostcard.com. That's the actual postcards that we use. You are way ahead of your time, Rich. Thank you. I'm 21 years old, but I know in the next 10 years, I can definitely ramp up this operation and really ramp up how many people and how many lives I'm helping out. So yes, I guess you could say I'm ahead of my time, but truly, I had to be ahead of my time because there's nobody else giving free information like this. So I had to step up. Even at 21 years old, I should be just doing wholesaling strictly, but the wholesaling game needed me to help you guys out, and I want to change lives. So yeah. Do a video on the JV process local. Search this channel, space JV. You'll find it. You are something else. Thank you. You and your dad, a life-changing man. Thank you, all you do. Morris, thank you. Appreciate it. Saw your comment that you said you're going all in after looking at us, and just go all in on all of our stuff. Morris, I watch all your comments, dude. I see it all. I'm not a guru who's too good to comment back. I personally DM everyone. If you go to @FlipWithRick, @FlipWithZach on Instagram, I will personally DM you guys back, and I'll comment and answer every single comment on this YouTube channel live. And I have a really good memory. So Morris, I remember you commenting that it made my day. So I remember you guys. Like, I remember the guys and gals I'm trying to change lives right now, and I will not forget you guys. So that's what I got. I get thumbs down every single day from gurus who are jealous I am losing them millions of dollars. Hi, Zach. Your education is awesome. I'm from British Columbia, I think, Canada. Can I do a JV deal in the US with you? I'm frantically for a JV. Yes, I can, of course. Word, my brother. Speak great energy. This is Roger, business partner. By the way, love the info energy and keep up the great service you provide. Thanks, Roger. I appreciate it. What's your biggest deal to date? $100,000. search 100K in my name, and I should show you the vlog on how I made $100,000 on one wholesale deal. It was changed my life. It changed my life and my perspective, and really my time frame, how much money you can make in a wholesaling, like a wholesale deal. It was crazy. How many leads do you get a week from your driving for dollars, and how many drivers do you have? We got a couple, not a lot. I mean, it's gonna be 3 leads a week at most. And what I mean qualified leads. So maybe 200 drove-in ones. We're trying to find more drivers. We're struggling. They're like part-time. We're trying to that's the part of the business we're trying to ramp up a lot. We don't have a lot. We're working on it. It's mostly SMS, cold calling, and direct mail. But that is the next part of our wholesaling operation that we're trying to do. So I didn't really talk about driving for dollars people too much on this one because I don't really have that process set up the most. That's what we're working on right now. Oh, yeah. Hands down. Who buys land? I got a couple. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Awesome, bro. Do you prefer texting and cold calling? I say cold calling because you can actually learn on the job wired cold calling acquisition skills. So that's what I'd say. No. Do it yourself. Become an expert. I say you become an expert before you start training employees, and it'll do it way better. Let's see here. Delinquent means they're behind on taxes, and the tax lien means they're actually a lien on the property. Same thing more or less, but it's just different what happens. So there'll be a lien on the property versus tax delinquent, which means they're behind on their taxes, but they don't have a lien on it yet. You're helping people. That is true. Sweet, sweet, sweet. How do I determine that a marketing channel or list is not working without quitting too early? Commit for it for 4 months and see what you can do from there. Of course, I got the water, guys. Trying to help my voice here, but did a nice little run before this. So how to get stay pretty hydrated so I can have the energy to help you guys out today. I appreciate your time, energy, and effort. Sweet, sweet, sweet. As a solo operation, would it make sense to hire a VA cold caller to cold call along with me to double the output, or would it be a waste of my budget? I think you should become an expert in cold calling. Record yourself, record deals you've done. Put that in your little modules when you're creating it to train that VA. So eventually when you're an expert and you're making enough money, then hire the VA and start getting it from there. Become an expert in cold calling before you get the VA, though. That's what I'd recommend. Thank you, Zach. I'm very grateful for you and all you do to help us. Thank you. When you JV or go and find a buyer for your partner, I'm the person who finds the buyer for the partner because I got a big cash buyers list. Can wholesaling income replace regular income? Concerning about not having W-2s when I want to buy a home for my family within a year or so. What do you recommend? Yeah, I own a home. So, and I don't have a W-2 job. So there's a lot of ways you can do it. So if you have there's multiple ways to do this. So the one way that you can do to get a home is have an S corporation. And then with that S corporation, if you make over 6 figures, you can usually get whatever one. Make sure you have it for at least 2 years. You should get like a regular mortgage. Buy a house subject to if you want. For most of our money, like when I had to start buying property, like for personal residence, stuff like that, what I needed to do was for a C corporation, where most of the money's coming in, it's not good. So I had to pay myself for like a couple of years to actually get a mortgage ready for myself. So that's kind of what you have to do when it comes to that. Health insurance, I get raked over the coals for, oh my gosh. The amount of money I personally spend for health insurance is stupid. But I don't have a job, so whatever. But yeah, that is the downside, but I make more money than any job ever. And I have the time freedom to do whatever I want. So did you ever tell your high school counselor? I didn't have a high school counselor. I was taking college classes in high school. Screw the high school counselor. But some of them are really good people. So yes, and they help a lot of people out. Best way to use OPM on first deal. Don't do it. Wholesale, no money, no debt. Baltimore's a decent market. Yes. Hi, Zach. For RVMs, your video said, ask if there are lawyers if they called back. Ask if they were lawyers if they called back. Can you explain the legality behind RVMs? I would not do RVMs right now. I don't recommend it, especially the Trace Act. I would probably not do it. Direct mail is our top one right now, but SMS is big still. Zach, I found this property today while I was driving. I was listening to you. I found this property. The owner died 10 years ago, and I had to speak to the neighbor, and they said no one wants to buy because it's run down. I'd love to do half and half with you, Zach. You're a flipping genius. Bro, go call that seller or wherever the mailing address is on there and get the deal done. Give it to me. I'll personally help you sell the deal. I don't care. I do care. I care about helping you. So yes, let's do it. Facebook. I'm telling you, Morgan, if a number doesn't come back through with skip tracing, what's another way to find the number? I recommend Facebook, hands down. How old must the building be? I've seen people wholesale deals from the 1700s, like built in the 1700s. So I think you should be fine. Would your business be profitable without having your overhead? Yeah. I mean, overhead, I pay salaries for VAs and stuff. So, it'd be super like, yeah, if it was just me, I do wholesaling pure profit and I'd be making an insane amount. Let's see here. No, it's way less than that. I'm saying for the average person. Have you ever sold a deal to a buyer using a conventional loan? Conventional, yes. Today, actually. Yes, we actually had a wholesale deal we sold today with a conventional loan. Have you kept any properties yet? We own rental properties. Again, this is kind of the personal finance type stuff. I put a lot of money into stocks. I reinvest in the business. I put in rental properties. Basically, every type of investing you can do, I pour it in there. That's what I do, just create my net worth as high as possible. But oh yeah, we keep some of the properties if they're really, really good and cash flowing. Let's see. If you did things move smoothly at closing? Yeah, it was pretty smooth because the property is indecent. Also for that one, for example, we had a deal in like Delray Beach. It was it was right by the beach. And it was a perfect Airbnb. So we just kept that one and we're making good money on that one for cash flow wise. But something like Port St. Lucie, which is not the best for Airbnb, we'll probably wholesale that one. So that's kind of what we do. What would your first hire in your wholesale operation if you're currently a solopreneur? A VA to do your cold calling for you, hands down. VA do cold calling, get marketing done, and then find someone for dispo. And then lastly, hand off acquisitions manager. That should be the last hire for your wholesaling real estate business. What are people doing for insurance? Call an insurance agent and they'll get you connected. But I'm telling you, the time freedom's worth it, hands down. Have you been doing more rehabs just because the market? Oh yeah, definitely. We have some bigger projects. Again, guys, I'm not just a wholesaler. This YouTube channel is not just about wholesaling. It's to become a complete real estate investor, be financially free. That is the point of this YouTube channel. I'm trying to help you guys out. There's more than just wholesaling out there. I love wholesaling. That's where the primarily amount of time I spend helping people out is, because it's the greatest way to get wealth without having any money, especially like even in real estate, hands down. But we do a lot of creative financing. We do a lot of rehabbing, do little skinny flips, wholetailing, put lipstick on a pig, like do a wholesale deal, close on it, put like 1,000 into it, put it back on the market, make an insane amount of profit. We do it all. Depending on the market condition, it does change. But overall, yes, we have. Would you SMS a list and then cold call it, or cold call? I would SMS and then cold call. I usually get lists with 3,000 leads, but I run through them quickly and skip tracing expensive. What do you think? TruePeopleSearch.com is free skip tracing, and you do more niche lists. I think you do better doing that. Oops. All righty. Hey, bro, can you help me sell a lease option deal? Yeah. PM me or DM me, whatever. How many are deals that you don't close a month? Ooh, I would say about 10%. Would you deal with properties that have large back taxes? The seller usually have to pay it at the closing. No. Okay. Do videos on how and what list to pull on PropStream? Yeah, search niche list PropStream. That's my favorite one out there for you. Nicheless PropStream space flip with Rick space Zach Ginn. That's what I'd say. Awesome, John. Thank you. Sweet, sweet, sweet. A good tip too, if someone is dead and can't find the heir, is to go to the county's public record, look at the address, and see if you can find a trust attached to the address. Josh, thank you. Great gem right there. Awesome. Do you find deals on Zillow if it's FSBO? How do you present the offer? Go watch my For Sale by Owner 2-hour cold calling. I have like 3 or 4 of those videos out there. Search FSBO my name and it'll pop up on YouTube. I'll show you the whole thing. I'm telling you. The 2 hours of cold calling on FSBO. Oh my gosh. Absolutely killed me. But it was great. It kills me because it's such a tough list compared to like high equity. But it was definitely worth it. Let's get some water here. I got the gallon today. Any advice when quitting a job of 27 years, have money saved but not consistent with monthly deals, just sold for less? I would consistently make money before you quit the job. If you have kids and a family, that's just my personal recommendation. That's what I would say. Like me at 17 years old, quitting a bag boy job, like it's not the end of the world. And no. So and I have a bachelor's degree too. So a bag boy is not going to end it for me, quitting that job. So it's different for me, obviously, especially now, even at 21, I can be super high risk just because I can. If you have a family, kids, wife, partner, significant other, I would be a lot more conservative on it. That's just a personal thing. If you can tolerate the risk, go at it. Rick's a little more like go risk, especially if you're married, have kids and stuff. I think you should be a little more conservative on that type. But I think you should get consistent deals going, create systems before you actually start quitting the job. Let's see, a couple quick questions for a sign off here. Let's see. So no kids, just me. Get consistently on your deals and then get it going, guys. That's probably what I'd say. Hi, Zach. Thank you again. You and Rick always bring the value. Jason Richter in Virginia Beach. Awesome. Sweet, sweet, sweet. That's it, guys. So I really appreciate you guys watching this stuff. That is a 7-figure wholesaling operation. That's what it looks like. And for you guys going in after here, this live stream is, excuse me there. This live stream is actually recorded. And, excuse me, I drink a lot of water. Okay, sorry. But I would say this stuff is what a $5,000 like boot camp course thing kind of looks like here. I love giving this information for free because I'm trying to put all these gurus out of business. And that's what I do. So that's how to make $100K a month. That is the system I'd use. Hopefully like the visual charts I did there. It helps me learn. So I'm doing this video for me when I started out on actually how, if I had to show 18-year-old Zach, so 3 years ago, so I'm 21 now, 18-year-old Zach had to actually do a 7-figure operation. This is the video I'd make for him. And that's kind of, it's very selfish. I'm doing this for my 18-year-old self. I can't go back in time yet. So that I made this kind of for myself, but I think a lot of people get value from it. So that's the intention of the video. So if you're 18 years old and you want to create the operation, you're 40 or 50, whatever age you are, go out there and get these deals done. That's probably what I'd recommend. But overall, if you want to make $100,000 per month in real estate wholesaling, it's going to take action and consistency. You can't do it yourself. I think at most you could be 300 to 400K if you work 100 hours a week for wholesaling by yourself. But outside of that, you need to create systems and delegate it out. I mean, working 5 to 6 hours a week right now in my business, it's a godsend for me. I have the time to actually help people and change lives. I change lives with wholesaling too, but overall, I'm here to help change your lives too. And I'm sick of the wholesaling industry with gurus and people trying to sell this information. This information should be free, and it deserves to be free. And that's what I think. So overall, guys, I can tell you, it's going to take action and consistency to get 7 figures a year in wholesaling operation. To get that going, you're going to need to deploy patience. That's the one thing I can tell you right now is deploy patience. Be patient. This won't happen overnight. You're not going to go from making $1,000 a month to $100,000 a month in 1 month. It's going to take slow but steady systems, getting the right employees, getting the right marketing going, really finding the right markets to do, the right zip codes. That's what it's going to take to get to that level. And it took me 4+ years to get that level. And honestly, I've seen people do it in a year, do it in 2 years, but I've seen people take 5, 10, 15. I mean, it took Rick 18 years to get this level. So overall, what I can tell you is deploy patience, deploy practicality when it comes to actually thinking of when you can actually hit it, and keep it up, guys. Get action, get consistency going, and go out there and change your life. That's my goal here. Life is too short to not be reaching your dreams and changing your financial freedom forever. I cannot stress that enough. Life is too short. Go out there, chase your dreams, change your life. And I believe in you guys. You can do it. I'm telling you guys, best of luck. All blessings to you guys. I really appreciate it.